What up, everybody, and welcome to Baz on Blades. My name is Baz, and I talk about blades. And here at Baz on Blades, when we talk about blades, we do it 24/7. It is 4 a.m., 4 in the morning here, local time, Baz on Blades. And we're talking about knives on the YouTube Zors. I've got a passel of knives here on the tabletop waiting for review. Things are stacking up. I was here at the tabletop trying to put together a game plan to get all these reviews done, and I realized of the 6 knives, folding knives that I have on the tabletop for review, 5 of them are pretty much the exact same size. Now, I did not consciously do that. I very seldom care about knife size as long as the blade length is 3 inches or more. Very seldom buy any knife with a shorter blade length than 3 inches. I look at the design, I look at the price, I look at the materials, I weigh all that out, and if it's something I like, I get it. Blade length it's way down there on criteria as long as it's, over 3 inches, between 3 and 4 inches is my sweet spot. And that's a very large sweet spot for a folding knife. So I'm looking at all these knives and they're the same exact size. And I'm thinking, you know what? I didn't pay any attention to that. What's going on here? Is it the universe lining up in perfection? I don't know. Very well may have discovered what the perfect size of folding knife is. I feel like I've dug up some dinosaur bones. Now, I'm going to start pulling out knives here and lining them up. We're going to talk about what I am seeing here as far as what we're doing. We'll introduce the knives. We've got a White Mountain Knives exclusive version of the Artisan Arian folder, which is a wider, flatter profile, leaf-shaped blade. It's a pretty doggone cool knife if you like that type of profile. So we're going to set it up here. Then the next thing we've got is the Kershaw Launch 13. A very stylized American-made side-opening automatic of the Kershaw Launch series. The best, absolutely the best side-opening automatic deal on the market is the Kershaw Launch series. Strong springs. I've owned multiple of them. I have 2 different models in my collection now. I've never had an issue. They all fire super hard and are very reasonably priced for an American-made auto. So we'll set it up there with the Arian. The next thing we've got, a new drop here. We just did the unboxing for this today, actually, earlier today. That's the Rike Knife Thor 7. It is a sub-integral flipper folder. Very, very stylized. Great tier materials, superb, excellent fit and finish, and the action is, I've just had this thing for a few hours, guys. I've not done shit to it. It is absolutely wonderful. That review is gonna need a wet towelette after that. Another one we just got in, we've got the Concept Knives, Predator in the new micarta, the budget version, quote unquote. And again, this one, just like that, right? This thing is beyond awesome. This blew me away, and it's the same damn size as all the rest of these knives. Then the last thing I've got here is a Revo Knives Berserker, or Berserk. Is it the Berserk? I don't know. Is it the Berserk? I've got the box here. Okay. Well, I guess it's the Berserk, guys. Anyway, this is coming up in review also. And again, pretty much the exact same size, even though radically different in style. So we've got all these lined up, and give or take on the aspect ratio for you guys, what I have done is I have lined them up here on the forward edge of the handle scale. I have found the best balancing point for doing these comparisons. I used to want to center everything up on the pivot, but depending on style of the knife, that pivot can be offset more or less from the blade. So what I did is I just decided from now on I'm going to use my lineup point, the very front edge of the handle scale, so I get a true handle length and a true blade length. You can see right now, and I can tell you that from big to small, there is only about 1/4 of an inch difference in overall length of these knives. That means that the blade and or handle length will be within a 1/16 or an 1/8 of an inch generally. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to call these 3.5-inch blades. Now they probably technically go 3.4 to 3.6, but I think, well, within that 1/10 of an inch, if we just call it 3.5, we're good to go. They are generally going to go in the 8 to 8.25 inch overall length. And apparently that is the perfect size knife. I know, you're all stunned. How did we not know this before? How did Bazan Blades, who is obviously on the spectrum, how did he figure this out and the rest of us never did? And that may be a question for the ages and never answered. I don't know. Maybe I was touched by God. I could very well have been. I've been touched before. But apparently this 3.5-inch, 8-inch overall is the perfect go-to size for Bazan Blades, because again, I didn't order these knives ever thinking I want a knife with a 3.5-inch blade and that's what I want. I just, I picked out some stuff that I thought was, hey, that's cool. I like that. Okay, material-wise, build-wise, reputation-wise, that's going to be an acceptable price point for that. Let's go ahead and get it, see if we like it. And there you go, guys. What do you think? I mean, what is your perfect knife size? Because I'm saying this, I'm sort of making fun of this, because there's a lot of YouTubers that get on and they're like, okay, this is it. This is a line in the sand. This is what you need to do or what you need to like. And I'm not like that, really. I guess everybody is going to have their favorite perfect size. You get a 70-year-old farmer in East Tennessee, most of the time their knife is going to be something like a little case knife, a non-locking slip joint, and a 2-inch blade that's going to be 5 inches overall. And that's the kind of knife they've used their entire life. They would think these knives were utterly ridiculous. And then there's going to be the crowd that, their normal carry knife is one of the extremely large knives with 6-inch blades from cold steel. That's what they carry every day, along with, whatever else that they carry that they brag about. And then there's me at 3.5 inches for blade length, 8 inches overall. And I've got plenty of knives that are bigger and smaller. But I guarantee if I look through my collection, it's going to reflect what we see here on the tabletop. And the reason is, Bazan Blades as a review channel is not the same as other channels. I don't just review every new thing that comes out because, frankly, I don't give a crap about most of it. I'm very, very much design-oriented in any knife that I am attracted to, regardless of whether it's going to be a safe queen or it's going to be a utilitarian, everyday user. Whatever the reasoning is, I'm looking at the design first before anything. And I bet if I pulled my collection out and started lining knives up just like what we see on the tabletop, that's what we're going to see predominantly through my collection. That's very interesting to me because like I say, I've never really consciously, I mean, I've got preferences, but when I order knives, I very seldom take that into account. Although, you know, I do note the blade length. I mean, that you got to note that. I go back and forth a bunch with Jeffrey Orthopedic, my man on the street, and he sends me links and stuff for something that I may have missed because he's got in his life he's got more time to keep track of everything. And he's like an internet ninja as far as knife shopping goes. I'm gonna tell you that right now. But I don't know, guys. I don't know. We talk about the blade length, but it's not really. I don't know. When I actually go and I buy knives, I seldom think about it. You know, I don't know. So there you go. The perfect knife size at 4 a.m. here at the Baz on Blades compound. Drop down to the comment section and let's have a conversation about this. I'm sort of curious as to what you guys and gal, one gal probably that watches the channel, what you prefer, what you think the perfect size knife is. And we're looking at folders here, but it could be anything. It could be anything. So just let me know. We'll talk about it. You guys know I love to get in the comment section and answer every question or reply to every comment in some form or fashion. That's all part of it for Baz on Blades. As always, thank you very much for taking the time to watch one of my videos. God bless all of you, and we will talk to you again.